Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short, little unboxing video to share with you guys. This one's going to be really interesting. As soon as I haven't actually opened this up, but as soon as I saw the name, I looked it up, which isn't something that I normally do. Usually I kind of go in blind, but I wanted to see if I was like, oh, is this a variation of something I've seen a million times, right? No, totally different, but there's definitely something that I want to check and that I want to discuss. And there's also an element here that we have not, at least to my knowledge, not yet seen from Miguron. So maybe a couple elements. Thanks so much to Miguron for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. Where's my my obsidian toenail? There it is. Okay, so make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate that. And if I didn't mention it, this will be linked in the description so that you guys can check this out if you want to. I think there's a few different variations. Just put that over here. Okay, so this is apparently called, the Geloty, or Geloty. Geloty sounds a little cooler. Which one did we get? This one is black. Okay. I think there's a few, like I said, there's a few variations here. Now, I'm not sure what this coating is, but given that it is Miguron, probably DLC, maybe PVD. There's another glaring aesthetic thing going on here that many of you are probably ferociously typing into the comment section. This looks extremely familiar. In fact, I know exactly what it is. I'm just like being I'm adding some theater to it. This looks like the body of the Reich alien. So I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes it's a borrowed aesthetic. Sometimes we find out that designers work with other OEMs and that it is actually an authorized deal here. I have it, and we're going to compare it here in just a second. Let's get this guy out because there's another element here. This blade is Vanax, which I don't think is a blade material that we have seen Miguron use. On their website, they list it at 59 to 61. Typically, I like to see it 60 to 61, but I believe Vanax absolutely caps out at 61. So that 59 is there probably just for variation or like variants, or maybe because the DLC coating like drops it slightly. But I typically, even when we have DLC coatings, I like them to try and aim for 60 plus. But I think, hey, pretty good, right? Vanax is a super duper expensive blade material and a very good blade material, right? So this is wildly, wildly different than anything that I have ever seen from Miguron. I'm just realizing right now that this is black crystal titanium. That's what we're looking at here. I did not realize that until we got up close, so I believe this is the first time I've seen black crystal tie. I believe that this is DLC coated black crystal titanium, which is absolutely a first for myself and for Miguron. Now, let's get the Reich Alien 4 out. No matter what, definitely the aesthetic that they were going for. Is it identical? No, it is not. It's not identical. There's a lot of differences here, but this is 100%. If it is not something that was worked out, you know, as a sort of design collaboration, or maybe the design was actually sold to a number of different OEMs, I don't know. I found out that there's a lot of like really wild and crazy stuff that occurs between Chinese designers and OEMs that does not typically occur between US makers and things like that. The rules tend to be quite a bit different, but I still kind of want to know exactly how this went down. It was not an accident, you know, that nobody tripped over a rock and was like, whoops, I made something that looks similar, right? It definitely does look similar. Now, even if that is the case, let's say that there was no permission given, it's still enough different that it's not a copy. The issue would be is if you did a one-to-one copy. That's, I mean, at least as far as like how US designers and knife makers go. When you one-to-one copy something without permission, especially if it's patented, then it's a gigantic issue. There's a current issue going on between two companies right now, in fact, that are totally unrelated to these two, where that exactly occurred, and it's a big, big deal. So, don't know what's going on here. Totally different blade, definitely. The housing, obviously, the Reich Alien has housing for the blade that's different. The lock bar is different. They didn't do anything the same there for the lock bar. The pocket clips are completely different. The Reich Alien looks like an integral, but it actually does have a seam, so we have totally different back areas. It's basically, the same in terms of just aesthetically there being holes in the frame, and then, some extra milling and curvature that makes the frame look like, the skeleton of some alien creature, which is absolutely why the Reich Alien is named the Alien. Another interesting topic that kind of relates to these, does relate to at least the Reich Alien, is the ADV scavenger, which a lot of people bring up whenever I talk about the Reich Alien. And people say, this is a copy of the Alien, or the Alien is a copy of the scavenger. What a lot of people don't know is the ADV, or Andre de Villiers scavenger, is actually made by Reich. So that would be an example of an authorized collaborative effort between those two parties. But anyways, if you didn't know that, then there you go. So I don't know exactly what the lore is on this yet, but this is just an unboxing. We'll cover that topic in the review. This is very cool, though, and all those other elements aside, the fact that we have satin I'm like 99% certain that this is going to be DLC. We have a satin DLC finish on Vanax from Miguron. That is awesome, within that optimal range. And then the black crystal titanium. Whether, whatever your feelings are on this knife, the implication here is that Miguron can do DLC Vanax, and they can also do crystal titanium. These are super, and they can DLC coat it, apparently. These are super interesting elements that, when applied to a standard, if you look at Miguron's line, a lot of their stuff is very utilitarian, but it's very safe and straightforward and traditional modern tactical pocket knife lines. A lot of people are bored to death with this aesthetic, and they're certainly bored to death with simple locking systems like frame locks and, crossbar locks. We've all seen that. However, applying some of these more interesting elements like DLC Vanax, satin DLC Vanax, and DLC crystal titanium is certainly enough to interest a lot of people who are tired of seeing the same thing over and over and over again, right? We absolutely 100% exist in an oversaturated knife world. What was interesting and cool, 10, 15 years ago, is basically all over the place. We see it in every corner of the knife world, and so those elements on their own as really they're no longer super interesting. At least not enough to interest the current active enthusiasts. So I really think that it's a good idea that Miguron is branching out a little bit and doing some other things. They certainly are capable of executing a lot of this stuff in an incredibly high quality way. And if you want to know how does this knife feel, well, it feels really good. Their detents, their ability to execute a good detent and a good flipper tab is awesome. And despite this thing looking really wild and crazy, I would say ergonomically, it's really pretty good. There's no aggressive sharpness on any of these edges. They look super aggressive. They're actually pretty rounded off. Ergonomically, not bad. As far as the pocket clip in and out of the pocket, let's try and sweatpants today. A little bit pinchy, not too bad. Not too bad. Ergonomically, can you feel it? Yeah, I can feel the clip there, but it's not sharp or anything. The jimping's nice here too. Honestly, I feel like they did a pretty good job with the aesthetic. It'll be interesting to find out what the story is here. I don't want to judge anything too quickly. I like to give it a sec, right? Let you guys discuss it. Let Miguron kind of chime in and talk about it. But yeah, pretty cool. I will do a review of this knife down the road here a bit, but that's going to be it for today. I'll link this guy down in the description. Whoops. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.